He is a jack of many trades, from writing over 60 books on rock and roll, Hollywood, and showbiz to launching a food blog that offers recipes from some of the big names in music.
Mark Bego joins us now with some of your favorite rock stars recipes. Mark, how are you?
I'm great. I'm getting hungry looking at this cake.
I was going to say.
So am I.
And I got to ask before we start, did you the origami?
The origami I did too. Exactly.
Like
we're going
said,
totally Japanese today.
A jack of many trades.
Well, thank you. Thank you. What happened was, a year ago, I did a magazine with Mary Wilson of the Supremes. And I said to her, do you have some recipes? And she said, oh, I've got a couple recipes. So we put them together, and I thought, cookbook. That's it, a celebrity cookbook. So I decided to call it Cook Like a Rock Star.
Okay.
So I called up a bunch of rock and roll people that I know. I've got Michelle Phillips of the Mamas and Papas giving me her lemon chicken recipe. Ooh. Boz Scaggs giving me his grilling secrets. Jimmy Greenspoon of Three Dog Night giving me his 3 Dog Night 3-alarm chili. I've got Village people on there sharing the recipes. Well, then finally, I had to show that I could cook too. So there's a Mark Bego Cooks segment on my new food blog, which is called Mark Bego Cooks / Cook Like a Rock Star. And this was one of the inventions I came up with. I started doing all sorts of things. In college, I was the guy who could like open up a refrigerator and make spaghetti sauce out of anything.
Everybody's favorite friend.
Exactly.
Favorite friend in college.
I can make pasta out of anything.
Everybody's calling Mark over. I'm hungry.
Mark, one of the things that kind of surprised me is that how many rock and rollers are into making their own food. I never would have assumed that they'd have so many recipes.
Well, you know, now that people are like over 40 and a lot of the rock stars have been through rehab or whatever, they've got to have a new addiction. So the new addiction is food, I think. And everybody cooks. You know, this is the really nice thing, is that everybody is going to find something in the blog and hopefully the cookbook that comes from this that they're really going to like. And they're very easy to do. Like even this cake recipe is very simple. I had someone write me after seeing the cake on the blog and say, can I just take a white cake mix and put green tea in it? No, don't do that.
Okay.
Don't do that. It's going to taste much better if you do the whole thing from scratch.
Okay, so tell us about the inspiration behind the cake.
I was in New York City at a cake shop off of Madison Avenue.
Okay.
With very expensive cakes. And I saw this green tea mousse cake that they had. And I thought, all right, I'm going to figure this out. I'm going to figure out how to make this. And we're going to find out if I knew what I was doing. So it came out great. I made one.
How many
2
tries
weeks
did
ago.
it take?
This is the second one.
This right here is the second one.
The first one was so incredible, it only lasted 24 hours. I mean, people came over and went, oh my God, what is that? I need a piece of that.
Wow, you must be really talented to be able to like try something and to be able to replicate it at home, and this is your second one.
It is. I was with Mary Wilson at the Kentucky Derby. We went to an Italian restaurant, and she and I both ordered the same soup, and I said, all right, what's in this? And I started writing it down. She goes, oh, this is tomatoes, this is cream, this is that, and I replicated that soup perfectly. So
wow.
In fact, the food blog, my Mark Bego Cooks Cook Like a Rock Star food blog, has been so popular, TV casting people have called me from food shows. So this may be a whole second career for me.
Wow.
Well, and talk about that, because food shows have become very popular lately.
Absolutely. There's the Food Network, the Cooking Channel, Bravo's in on it, all these competition shows. Now that's something that's a real common denominator. Everybody cooks and everybody eats. And if you don't cook, go to my website, you'll see how to cook these things very easily.
And I love how you're always reinventing yourself.
Well, you have to in this
right.
business. You know, you have to take a little new twist on things. So this is why I thought, rock stars, I mean, everyone wants to do things like a rock star.
Right.
How about cook in your own kitchen like a rock star? So I've got Joey Fatone supposed to send me a recipe, Richie Sambora, all these other people are lined up. I've got Lou Christie, who did the song Lightning Strikes in the 60s. He gave me a linguine recipe that's absolutely amazing with fresh tomatoes.
Wow.
So summer is really the time to make this. So I'm having a lot of fun with it. So what I do is I test the recipes, I photograph the results, and then I try them. And if it doesn't work, it's back to the drawing board.
Most fun job ever.
Right. Well,
absolutely.
I think Zach and I are ready for a little
I
taste
think so.
test.
Should we do this?
Yes, let's do this.
This is my new book that comes out in September, but I'm going to move Glenn Campbell back here so I
Okay.
have
Only for a minute,
access to the knife.
We love Glenn Campbell.
Oh, Glenn is great. All right, we're going to find out how I did with this.
So there's mousse inside of this as well.
No, this one I did with a cream cheese frosting.
What?
And look at this.
Ladies first.
When it comes out. Look
Oh,
at
look
how
at that
green
color.
This is.
Wow.
I'm going to put it up. I either have to do a finger
I'll touch
or
There you go.
it's not going to slide off.
Okay.
Don't
We're going to do this.
There
We're
we
going to
go.
do that. When in doubt.
What's the powder on top of that?
Now, the
Mark?
powder is a green tea powder. Please sample this. Oops,
There we go. Look,
sorry.
I couldn't- I
Almost
caught
wore
it.
that.
I caught it.
Do you want
It's
a piece?
dangerous. I'll get it in a minute.
Okay.
It's a green tea powder. Now look at how green that is inside.
It's just the
It's
color
called
is
matcha.
gorgeous.
And you buy it at Asian food stores, and it's really green tea. I mean, it's ground so fine. And what you do is you do the cream cheese frosting, and you take a really fine sieve and dump it into, with like a teaspoon, and just shake it over the top for that green coating on top. And think of the antioxidants you're getting.
This
You know,
is-
forget about the sugar, antioxidants.
Yeah.
I can't stop eating
cream
this.
Oh, this is good.
This
Oh,
is
good.
like-
The cream cheese
I did
frosting
all
is
right.
unreal.
I just want to eat this for the rest of the
It's
show.
oh, okay.
This
I'm
is
gonna take it from
this
you.
is amazing.
Oh, thank you.
This is really, really
You know, it's
Incredible.
really a surprising color and a surprising taste as well.
wow.
When you think of cake, this is not the color that comes to
No,
mind.
you don't expect to slice into a cake and see this color of green.
Mark, this was wonderful. Thank you so
Oh,
much.
thank you so much.
Mark, thank you.
And you can learn more at markbego.com.
Coming up on the Morning Blend, we'll talk to some stunning seniors that were teachers on the show Romper Room. You don't want to miss this. Stay right where you are.